There we go. Better. Yeah, I realized that I was not in the green when I was talking. Pardon the lateness. See, this is the stuff I had to deal with yesterday. Yeah. Oh, so yesterday I had some technical difficulties where OBS just kept crashing. And then when it was working, the microphone was not being picked up. And when I restarted again, other things were not connecting. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna say today's not it. But that thankfully that was yesterday. Everything seems to be working fine now. I did load OBS and it said that it didn't close safely, which is strange because I always close it safely. I don't know, it's just pretty fragile. Anyway, what I want to say is that I'm tired. I don't want to do any more of this technical nonsense. I preemptively drew Gummy's template. I wanted to draw Gummy because she's my idea of a cozy character. And it's not because she's cute, it's because, you know, like, he makes me feel safe. That's me. Hello, backrooms. Hello, hedgecat. 3 a.m. here. You should feel especially cozy if it's late night for you folks. For those who are not in the know, Gummy is an Arknights 4-star operator. Her job is healing defender, which I believe is classified as a guardian. Her job is to heal everyone within her radius, which is 9x9. No, sorry, 3x3. Excuse me. 9x9 is someone else. She has an S1 that just heals you unconditionally, which is why she's a cozy character. And then her S2 is just not good. Don't look at it. Anyway, I'm going to head into this. I don't have any headphones on as they have passed away. Yeah, and they need to be charged. Hello, LeMay, welcome. Don't be confused by her school uniform. This is how she looked when you first recruited her. No, actually, this is how she looked during her country's crisis. That was back when she was actually in high school. I think she's actually a young adult now, canonically. It's just that the Arknights writers, well, I should say the Arknights translators didn't account for that. So that being said, let's get right into it. How was everybody? I hope you all slept well because I didn't. Cut this out. Alright, I was also I was a little bit lost in my own study. Drawing something else. I was drawing this before. As well as this. So yeah. This is what I do when I'm just studying at my desk. Anyway. Let's draw Gummy. I think the most complex thing is her hair, which is why I left that for last. I'm gonna put in her facial features. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, one of the ways that Gummy heals her squad mates is that she cooks for them. She's often seen with a frying pan. Her shield of choice is well, for this one specifically, is a vault door. I know people are questioning, like, why is this little girl using a vault door as her shield, but it's just that in Arknights, the Ursus people, which are basically bears, are all really freaking strong, physically. So I don't question that at all. She has better stats than 5-star. Love 5-star units. 5-star units, I don't know. How's my audio? I think I'm loud enough, right? Yeah, I don't know. So, here's the thing. Have you ever just went to bed at the appropriate time and you woke up at your intentional time and yet you're still tired? And you sit there and wonder, why am I still tired? And I wondered this too for a long time until I got a smartwatch. What the smartwatch told me is that in the middle of the night I get stressed out. So in the middle of the night, whether it's from nightmares or just some type of bodily function, when your body's under stress, it's essentially not sleeping well. That's the reason why you just wake up tired, even though you essentially did everything right. But it's just something to consider. Yeah, try to relax before you go to sleep. But there's just some things you can't help. Oh, actually, maybe like avoiding certain foods and drinks before going to sleep can help. And make sure your stomach isn't hurting you before you go to sleep. Maybe that was the reason why I wasn't resting, but I'm not sure. No. Very delayed. Round, like real life or oblong? And never. I kind of like flip flop between them. I think drawing a perfect circle is a little bit easier for me. Oh, heliophysics. You're out of school, but about to pick up your doggies from the groomers. Aw, you have doggies? How many dogs do you have? Is it 2 or is it 3? I mean, 2 seems like a handful. 3 is like a party. You have 2 dogs? Aw. I understand why people would want 2 dogs. It's so that the dogs can have someone to play with other than the human. Although there's that risk of them fighting. Excuse me. She's like a fairly cute character. Stronger coffee. Wide enough. Never quite wide enough. Okay, see you later. Not sure how closely you want to match the art. Well, I don't really want to match Skate's art, which is why I don't want to like use the oblong eye. I say oblong, but I really mean the lips. Like it goes this way. I want to use more like but I want to get the width of the eye at least somewhat close, because that's the exaggerated style. Having what was that rule? The center space needs to have at least enough space for another eye. as maybe a little bit. Oh, okay, cool. Eat it. Because when I scooch them over, I'm always worried that I displace them by having one move up or down. You need to form a straight line between top and bottom. Yeah, that looks better. Hmm. I know I don't have much to talk other than the technical difficulties. I just went for a long walk yesterday. I mean, it's sunny today, but it's colder today. So I didn't go out. Right now, it's in that in-between spot where it's still winter, but it's winter. So spring is on its way, but it's in that awkward phase where the afternoon is very warm. But until then, it's very chilly. So finding balance of how you dress and how it will affect you if you're walking is also very important. Because I am what most people will call warm-blooded. What that means is that I heat up easily, essentially. I can't fall asleep if I'm too hot, and I get too hot when I'm trying to go to sleep. I get hot really easily when I'm walking about. So even though it's a cool day, I still have to dress just light enough where when I do heat up, it's not uncomfortable. comfortable, but warm enough where I'm not freezing the wind. Because right now it's fairly windy as well as chilly. Makes the but you would think that, hey, because I heat up a lot, well, easily, that would be relaxing, but gotta hit that right, comfortable medium. It's kind of hard to. Wait. I want it to be warm enough where I can go biking again, where it's not torture on my hands. It can't be cold enough where I'm ready to break off because of how cold it is. That's better. I like to keep eyes on the prayer. I like to make noise before I finalize it and make more adjustments. This- Thank you for subscribing, Sakurai Tomo. Thank you. it means I kind of like buckle down and focus a bit harder. So that means I don't talk. If you can think of a topic that you want me to talk about, I'll play along. And still not focus. I might rename the stream for Oh, you know what? I just remembered something. So, I believe it was Tuesday I was talking about this. And I was doing a long project with a figure. Because I was and I went back and I didn't go back to the drawing itself. I went back to make another file and essentially create a mind map for that figure. And I wanted to do it in the same way that well, maybe not the exact same way because I don't quite know how he does it. The artist name Arknights. You can only find his work on Twitter, and I believe he hasn't been active on his Twitch lately, but when he is active on his Twitch, those streams are like between 7 to hours long of him just different characters. This is like, I don't want to call him the king of character design. It just takes an object, thinks it all the way through, creates a character. The way he does it is called mind mapping. And the funny thing about that is that I'm reading a book called How to Think Like a Genius, like Leonardo da Vinci. And I'm up to the part of the book where it says, hey, this is how you use mind mapping. Huh. I guess that's exactly what I was looking for. Because the idea is that mind mapping helps you think creatively. And it helps you open up your mind state. Also, in a sense, it makes you a bit more considerate of how you go about working out your problem. So, for example, let's just open. This is what I was doing the other day. Yeah. So since I was drawing a character and I called her a scholar, I wanted to flesh out that idea of what it means to be a scholar. So you can see in the middle, I drew a little scholar character, and I pretty much fleshed out what it means to be a scholar. So, be an expert, sort of figure, intelligent, skilled, perhaps dexterous. I think that's a question mark. Skilled and dexterous are almost synonymous. There's also like scholars can also be professors. They can be researchers. They can be teachers. Scholars can also scholars are usually found using books, as paper, leaves of paper, ink, obscure. I wrote obscure because I think that's how the writing process is, personally speaking. Sometimes when you write down as a form of stream of consciousness, it can be really obscure, but as a double entendre, ink can be so black that it's obscure. But I believe that's why I wrote that. And I have stories, knowledge, wisdom, principles, and writers are typically associated with books as well as journalists. Let's see what else. Have attributes of a scholar: curiosity, explorative, adventurous, possibly physically fit, field work, nature, plant, and entomology, courageous. So yeah, this was, well, this format anyway, I should be clear here, was from the book I was reading, How to Think Like a Genius. But Reno Tuna has the same idea, except he doesn't draw the topic. He just writes down the topic, puts in a circle, and then branches out from there. So I hope that you guys get the same idea for when you're trying to create something. I'm going to try to do that a bit more often when I want to make something pure imagination with some references as an aid in a way that Reno Tuna does it. Because I just want to branch out mostly. It is a means of challenging myself, which is always a good idea. You should always be challenging yourself. Yeah, move on to it. Thing I do, I think a lot of you veteran returning viewers notice. Whenever I draw hair, I just draw the overall shape of each piece of hair. I don't outright make all the shapes. And I'm measuring the relationship between every shape of hair with her face and with each other. Energy stuff. And her pigtails get involved. And I believe her pigtails are behind the ear. Yeah. The bare ear. You know, when I first saw this character, I thought her ears were hair buns. Because that's how well blended in they were to me. But I thought she looked a little bit like a little blonde Kinley. Why is girl like buns in her hair? Like buns and candy. She's a bear. Okay. Bear girl. I guess like she does go with that teddy bear motif. That's her main aesthetic. She likes the teddy bear because it's comforting for her. I mean, that's not a They're just real life to do it. Especially this weird cinnamon. Actually, how much there would Sailor Moon, but if her big moon, somewhere near her. Welcome to the stream, Arknights. Bit of a quiet stream. I don't have to move there. Yeah. Okay, excuse me. They kind of have that same role squirrel going on in their cute. So I may just be really stupid. No, it's the effect of the hair. People really like to make fun of the cinnamon roll bangs in Gummy's hair. She's not the only one who has it. There's another character in the game called Ray. She also has it in her hair. Although I would say that because it's somewhat reddish, it looks more like a cinnamon roll. Or like maybe a heavily spiced cinnamon roll. I forgot to silence my phone. There we go. No. I'm gonna break the line. It's not up there. I broke it up here. It didn't look right. Shadows. If I were to put shadows right here, the differentiation between her jawline and her neck would basically merge over here to the point where it's somewhat seamless without it being just one big shape. I don't want to forget her hair barrette. Change the name. I want to. I feel run down. I know I haven't been live for it's almost been an hour, but feel. Ugh. This is the bigger piece. Making a habit of putting in the shapes of stuff or the template of things, and either giving it a light erasing or just drawing it lightly in general. That way I can just go over it and it can just blend into the initial detailing. I believe that's how other artists do it. The more pros or like projection, kind of like projection. Mm, I believe so, but I believe they call it ghosting. The term is called ghosting, where you will very lightly draw in the shape you want to make, and then you draw over that. But I suppose in a way it is like projecting, but you're following you're following your initial step. I guess that's why my instructors like their students to start with Artfol, because you can do a lot of ghosting easily with Artfol. You can just like put in a mark and use your whole hand just to like rub into it. That way, you still have your initial template, but some of the details you don't need is getting pseudo erased. Not that using eraser is like frowned upon, but if you use your eraser too much, you keep. People often forget that one of their tools when it comes to drawing is their own hand. That's what happens when you become hyper friendly. You don't. Oh my god. Like you think of it like with the full blah. Wow, I can't talk. Projectors. You can hang with a clear sheet of paper over and then use it as a template. Yes. Those transparent sheets of paper, translucent, cellophane. I didn't know they had an accent, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, something like that. Actually. Unfortunately, everything's almost digital now, isn't it? Suppose the digital version of that would just be one layer with lower opacity. Flip out. Here. You can see like my original template, because I drew it so lightly, it looks like it blends in with the rest of the text. I can also cover it up with my shading here. Also, ghosting isn't really typically used in painting, because they can just paint over things over and over again. If a painter chooses not to draw on their canvas, they can just block it in. So there's ghosting for people who draw, and there's blocking for people who paint. And blocking is the opposite of ghosting, by which they use the whole color to make the shape of the object they want to draw. They make different values. adding these other shapes, other shadows and lights, flesh out their basic shape. Last thing I want to do is add some shadows. Always go light. Always follow one direction. It even makes it look a bit more clean. You know, I can kind of see a gradient that the artist made. I believe they made it with the airbrush tool. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to shadow shape it. wholesome in the chat. Okay, and that is Gummy. This is a short stream. Making the end of it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for visiting chat. You know, it is what it is. I'll announce the next live stream on my YouTube post section. Maybe I can squeeze one in sooner than Tuesday. So with that being said, I want you guys to take care and stay safe. Bye-bye now.
Take